head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Locke. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Panthers.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Complete to Philip Lindsey. It's a gain of 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant on the touchdown pass from Drew Lock, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Kickoff for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all them calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
To throw is Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. What a great start. You get the points on the first drive of the game. Now here you get an interception. Look to add to your lead.
And I just wonder about the strategy we saw coming right back at them. Yeah, they're down, but I felt like they were pressing it too much. They didn't need to play catch-up this early in the game, and it ended up costing them.
Lock now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lindsey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Touchdown.
Philip Lindsey. 50 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability.
Brandon McManus.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go. No one downfield there to stop him.
Nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown. Away.
Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again.
He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots. Now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Bridgewater to throw it this time. Buying time to his left.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Number 30,
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
And 6.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 43-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown.
Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Broncos push further out in front.
3rd down, as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play a back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house, and now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
Now McManus for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Philip Lindsey touchdown run.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 27, Bridgewater escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
We'll check on his status when we get back.
From the 39, Locke. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
24-yard gain on the play.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To the air on 2nd down, it's Locke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver.
And takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Again, it's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's a pickup of 6.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They look to throw. It's Locke. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Alberto Cuebuna, as the first half is winding down, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
10 yards on the pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
55, Mike, 55. I don't think you got it, son. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Mike, 55.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Slide to kick off for Carolina.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a carry for Lindsey. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Locke. They'll fire one downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this one through the uprights and good. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
It's 3rd and 11.
Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Five down.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 36, Block. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
Shotgun snap to Lock. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
For the Broncos.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mike 40. Get wide now. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike.
Bridgewater on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones. I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad.
And it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Bridgewater now looking to throw first. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Bridgewater again. Being chased out left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 5 down. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. We don't want this. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. Hey, tight. That delta. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
To throw it is Locke. Throw left side complete. It's Lindsey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down, Broncos.
Locke on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9.
I'm going to come back to you.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Locke working out of the gun. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 66 yards. And the Broncos add on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the water. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Ready? Mike.
Back near the goal line. Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
The object there was to get the ball to him on a quick slant, see if he could get loose and take one the distance. But the defense was prepared. An incompletion result.
Oh, they're on him too. And the Denver Broncos are in for 6.
Touchdown, Denver.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's got to lean on that guy right now.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
37-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. He's time to
Throwing again. Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well,
partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. 80 weapon. Exit. Kill.
From midfield, here's Locke. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Open man, Hamler, that's complete.
Launch pass.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Locke to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. DeMarcus Walker. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
Philip Lindsay, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up
on 4th down, Rippon. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers about ready to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the flag.
Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Parks. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
The ball carrier.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Check 64 weak.
A lot going to throw it here. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Okay, ready? 61. Match box. Let's go.
Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Oh, and a flag comes in as
1 yard line. Costly penalty.
on 1st and goal. Locke. And give them another.
Partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job.
Oh. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7.
And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Gordon.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the